Ha'alawapim.
Hasaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hakwatazayanyam.
Hakwatazayanyam.
Hakayayalyam.
Hakayayalyam.
Ha'akwatyan.
Wa'akwatyan.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahasham.
Bahasham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
The water. Amen. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Michael.
And Michael.
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yana.
Commanding General Yana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, now we have Psalm chapter 121. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wa'ah.
Yayashad.
Yayashad.
Shawabar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarat.
Wayarat.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'athka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Ma'itha.
Ma'itha.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
Iwalam.
Iwalam. Now we're going to do Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help coming from Yahweh.
My help coming from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yashala.
He that keepeth Yashala.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. All right, last prayer is Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa-Al-Thashakwat.
Wa-Al-Thashakwat.
Al. Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Al-Yabyaka.
Al-Yabyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarawa.
Amarawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'itazawa.
Nawa'itazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakhadwa.
Yakhadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamayala.
Wayashamayala.
Yamawa'aba.
Yamawa'aba.
Wahagariam.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalat.
Wa'aimalat.
Halashath.
Halashath.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha Laham.
Aisha Laham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kasaya Sarah.
Kayabya.
Kayabya.
Banachal.
Banachal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Ba'ayan.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Naman,
Naman,
La'adama,
La'adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yamawa,
Yamawa,
Kaira,
Kaira,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazaaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazamanai,
Wakazazalmanai,
Karanasaya Kamwa,
Karnasaya Kamwa,
Ashar,
Shar,
Amarwa,
Amaru,
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rashad,
Lanawa,
Lanuwa,
Ah, Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahaya,
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 Shayathamwa,
Shayathamwa,
Kagalgula,
Kagalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwa,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Roha,
Rawakwa,
Ta'ash,
Ta'ash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Ya'ira,
Ya'ira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Kantaradakma,
Kantaradafma,
Basa Iraka,
Basairaka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapaka,
Tabahala,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Kwalawan,
Walawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Aikai,
Wayapaparwa,
Wayakaparo,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Hayatha,
Kayata,
Shimka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labaka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kaha,
Al-Kaha,
Rataza.
Arataza. I'm going to do something in English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
Lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
Taking crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
Consulted
against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation.
from being a nation.
And the name of Israel
In the name of Israel,
may be no more in remembrance.
and be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites
the Israelites
of Moab
of Moab
and the
and
Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
Gebal
Gabal
and Ammon
and Ammon
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur has also joined with them.
Ashur has also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kasan,
and the brook of Kasan,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb,
and like Zeeb.
like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes of Sabah
all their princes of Sabah
and Al-Zabmunah,
and Zalmunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
the house of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as a stubble before the wind,
as a stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on
and
fire.
as the flame sets the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that they may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
You can sorry, turn the face to front. Go ahead and call it out.
What's up? All right, with that, Mashabia, which means to sit. Last Sabbath service, I believe we was finishing up Genesis chapter 30. Oh, it's like, where am I man? Of course, this is the Isupk San Antonio's Sabbath service class where we go into the Old Testament, read it in the Hebrew, and get a good understanding of, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures in the chronological order. This is something that we do every weekend, just about. I know it's actually been a couple weekends since we. And last time that we did this, we were in Genesis chapter 30, where Jacob was healing the animals, right? It was healing the animals that he had received from Laban.
Right.
And after that chapter finishes, then we're moving on to the next phase of the growth of the nation of Israel, because at this point Jacob has had his children, or most of his children, born, right? And now we're starting to build our nation. Now that we have everything we need to then leave Laban's house after Jacob has served under him for what ended up being 14 years, 2 ribs later, and maidservants later. So Jacob's pretty much ready to get it going and start, you know what I'm saying, setting up his own domain on the earth. So just like as always, you can follow along with us by using the Bible Hub app. You can download that on any phone now. The Bible Hub app, we go into the interlinear version, which gives you the ability to read it in the Hebrew and then also have the words that translate what's being said right there. So if you follow along with us, again, we're going to Genesis and we're beginning chapter 31. Genesis chapter 31. We're going to have Officer Tazayar here who's going to be reading.
I'll use your phone. It's not loading.
Is that
Close
loading?
it and open it again.
Yeah.
Is it an internet thing? Let me see real quick. Let me try something.
Is that a Google thing turned on? Sometimes not connected to it.
It's not even plugged in, but
What is that? What is that?
it's
The
like
Google thing?
it's like an Alexa kind of.
Yeah. You ask it questions and shit. Play music on it.
We'll see if it loads up. In the meantime, yeah, you can use mine.
That's weird.
All right, go ahead.
Here,
Is
here, you can use mine.
Let me see. That way, I can help you read along.
Yeah, I got 2 phones.
I'm gonna restart this. Maybe that's what.
All right.
I got 2 phones.
Um, $30 and what?
30 and 31 in verse 1.
1 and verse 1. Come. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 31, verse 1. Why Shemayim? Why Shemai?
Mm-hmm.
Ata
Mm-hmm.
Dabra
The bar, yeah.
the Baria Naba La'aban
Mm-hmm.
La'ma or La'amar Laka Oyaquab Ata Ka'al
Mm-hmm.
Ashar
Mm-hmm.
La Banya
Mm-hmm. Lanwa, actually. La Aba Yanwa.
La Aban Yanwa
Oh, it's like it's La Abayanawa.
La Abayanawa
Mm-hmm.
Ma Ashar
Yeah.
La Abanawa La
Yeah.
Abanawa.
Right, we had just said that one.
Oh, that's my father, right?
Mm-hmm. La Abayanawa.
La Abayanawa
Mm-hmm.
Asha Asha'a
Mm-hmm.
Ata Ka'a
Mm-hmm.
Hakabad
Hakabad.
Hakabad
Mm-hmm.
Azan.
Yeah, Hazah. Yeah. All right, go ahead, go to verse 2.
Verse 2. wa ayar, wa ayar, wa yakwab, ata, ga, no,
Panya.
panya, panya, la aban, wa ha, na'a,
Mhm.
nan, nanwa,
Ayan Nawa.
ayan nawa,
Mhm.
amawa, ka, kata, mawa,
Katamawa, yeah.
katamawa, sha, sa,
Shabashwam.
shabashwam,
Mhm.
verse 3. Wa ayamar,
Mhm.
Yahweh, Al, wa Jaquab, Ayaquab,
It's just Yaiquab.
Yaquab,
Yaiquab. Mhm. But you're good. Go ahead.
Sha, Shub,
Shawab.
Shawab, Al, Ara,
Aratazar.
Arat, that's, yeah. Aratazar, uh, wa, Thaka,
Abawathia.
Abawath, Abawath, yeah.
Mhm. This is a tough one right here. Look at this.
I got it. A, la, ma, wa, la, Thaka.
Ladathak. Yeah.
A, la, ma, wa, la,
It's
Kata. Damn.
Wala Mawalad. Mawaladathak.
Allah, ma, wa, la, Ka.
Mhm.
Wa, aya, I'm, why, no. I, ma'ak,
Mhm. Yeah, that's right. Verse 4.
verse 4. I, why, washala,
Waya
waya,
Shalah.
shala. Waya, shala,
It's a at the end. Waya Shalah.
waya, shala,
Mhm.
ayaquab, wa, why, why,
Waya
Quara,
Korah.
waya, Quara,
Mhm.
la, ra, ha,
Mhm.
la, ra, ha, al, Allah,
Mhm.
Allah, has, hasha,
Tashadah.
hashada,
Uh-huh.
al, tazan, tazan, wa,
Mhm.
tazanwa.
Mhm.
Verse 5. Wajamar,
Mhm.
la,
Lahan.
lahan,
Yep.
ra'a,
Mhm.
a,
Anakia.
anakia,
Uh-huh.
ata, pana,
That's correct. Panya.
panya,
Yep.
a, ba, abaka,
Abayakan.
abayakan, ka'a, an, anana, an,
Ayan Nawa.
ayanawa,
Mhm.
ala,
Mhm.
ka, tama,
Katamaw. There you go.
katama, Sha. Sa. Shum.
Shalasham.
Sa. Shum.
Mhm.
I. Walaha. Walaha.
Wa alaya.
Wa alaya.
Mhm.
Abba.
Abaya.
Abaya. Ha'aya.
Mhm.
That's trouble. No, that's not.
Madia.
Imadia.
Yeah.
Verse 6. Wa atana.
Mhm.
The ton. The ton.
Mhm. It's ya, not I. Ya daitha.
Yeah, the aita
Mhm.
ka ba ka ka kaha.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I ba
Abadathya.
I badatya ata abakan. Abakan.
Abaya Khan.
Abayakan.
Verse 7.
Verse 7.
Is it not moving?
What you do, bro?
He didn't
You
do
messed up
that.
your phone. You messing up my phone, bro.
He's in verse 7. Genesis chapter 31, verse 7.
Boy, my shit won't. Hold on. What are you doing?
I
huh?
don't know.
Close the app and reopen it. Like you might have to use the multi-window button.
I'm trying to figure out what he did, bro. He can't just be.
All right, there it is. Well,
Yeah, there you go. Genesis 31 and 7.
He just can't be. He can't be breaking everybody's phone, bro. That's like we got to put a stop to something.
I think it was just the software just freezing up.
No, man. I got an air. That's an air joy, man. No.
I got an Android too. What you talking about?
I ain't had
Oh,
no
there it is.
You got
I
it.
got mine. All right.
All right, go ahead.
Wa bakan
Yakan.
yakan.
Yeah.
So wa
Hold on.
7, right? Yeah. Wa
No, it has deceived.
Oh,
Hata.
okay. Hata
Mm-hmm.
ba
Yeah.
baya wa la
A lot. Mm-hmm.
hala ata masha karata.
Think about the
Let's do it again.
Yashakar, right? Means wage, right? Or he is hired. And hired, remember the root word was wages?
Kan.
So that's part of this word here. Ma shakar, but there's a little bit more. Ma shakarath. Yeah.
Masha karathia.
Mm-hmm. Ma shakarathia. My money, my wages, my work.
Masha karathia. I remember that one.
Right. I remember that the money.
Mm-hmm.
Green ducats. You know what I mean?
Asharath.
Mm-hmm. Asherat, that's right.
Manam. Manam.
Manayam.
Manayam. Wala.
Mala'ah.
Wala'a.
Mm-hmm.
Na.
Natanwa.
Natanwa.
Mm-hmm.
Alahim.
Mm-hmm.
Alahim. Lahara.
Laharai.
Laharayim. Amidia.
Yep. That's the end of verse 7. So let's go ahead and do the English now.
Yeah, there's a child abduction in San Antonio. Victims are 9-year-old black female, Camille Brown Sykes, and 2-year-old black female, Zyla Amirs Fox.
What the hell?
Black people getting child abduction, bro. What is going on?
Genesis 30 and 30, right?
31 and 1.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 31, verse 1. And he heard the words of Laban's son, saying,
Not Laban's son. It's Laban's sons.
and he heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was our father's hath he gotten all this glory.
Stop. All right. Can you like tell me about everything that Jacob was took from Laban? Yes.
He took cattle, sheep,
No.
goats.
Yeah, in a sense.
Oh, his daughters.
No. You're right. You're right. But what kind of cattle?
The sick, the weak.
Use the words that the Bible used. Speckled,
Speckled.
Blemish.
ring shaped,
Yeah.
ring staked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He took those cattle, right? But how did he take them?
He made
I
a
mean,
deal.
how,
He made a deal.
yeah. He told Jacob, said, just so there's no confusion. I'm paraphrasing slightly. He's like, just so there's no confusion about, which ones I took. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna take the sick ones, and then of course he's gonna do what he can to try to make them better. You know what I mean? And I guess what they're seeing now is the fact that those cattle have gotten better, and they're, I don't know, thinking that maybe perhaps that he's taken all of all of Laban's good cattle too. I'm not sure exactly what the
Capiar, I know you read ahead, right?
Yeah, I read ahead.
Oh, you didn't read ahead? All right. Okay, so nobody read ahead. All right. So this is what happened, right? So the cattle's that was now you already told me so. The cattle, right? That did it that was speckled, ring staked, right? Those cattle, they conceived and had children.
Yeah.
Right? All the cattle had children. But all the cattle came out, most of the cattle came out ring staked and speckled, the ones that they conceived. So the majority of the cattle now is ring shaped and speckled. You know what I mean? So those are the ones that Jacob took, that were Jacob's. So the majority of the cattle now is Jacob's. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now Laban's sons, what do they get? Because they were supposed to get some stuff from Laban for an inheritance, which was the cattle, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So now Jacob took most of their inheritance, or what they was gonna get. So now it's like this Laban's sons feel played. You feel me? That Jacob got is getting all the glory. He's getting all the cattle, all the inheritance. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 2. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban.
What does countenance mean?
Your appearance.
Your expression, outward expression.
Raise your hand next time, Caviar. Wait, what Caviar said. Expressions. The look on your face, your expressions, your feelings is showing outward. You think what I'm saying? That's a countenance. Go ahead.
And behold, it was not toward him as before.
It was what?
It was not toward him as before.
So now his countenance is not like before. Before he was happy to see his brother. He said, "This is my flesh and my bone." You know what I mean? My sister's boy. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm married to my daughters. Hell yeah, boy. You know what I mean? But it's not like that no more. Now Laban looking at Jacob like, did you hustle me? Yeah, like you feel me? Like what is like now he's looking at Laban. I mean now Laban looking at his nephew like, This motherfucker here taking took both of my daughters. I wanted that to happen, but now he's taking all my cattle, rams, and looking at him like, I'll slap you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I do something to you. And his son's egging him on like, you taking all of our inheritance, Pops. Well, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Because remember, Jacob's gonna leave that place and go back to his home. With all his cattle, all his maid servants, everything else was multiplied. If you read the verse before number 1 in the last chapter, the last verse of the last chapter, it said how his maid servants was multiplied to him, and the cattle and everything was multiplied to Jacob.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like his father and his grandfather Abraham and Isaac, when they went other places, they multiplied the Lord multiplied their inheritance, and they went back to their land, right? You know what I mean? The same thing is gonna happen with Jacob. Go ahead.
Verse 3. And the Lord said unto Jacob, return unto the land of thy fathers and to thy kindred.
See, the Lord like, hey, all right, now we got the cattle, we got the wives, we got the we got everything we need from here. Go back to go back to the land of your fathers, man. Go back to your land with your kindred, with your people, man. Go ahead.
And I will be with thee. Verse 4. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock.
Right. So because you got to talk to them in private. You know what I'm saying? In the flocks, like, I'm just tending to the flocks. Come out here. While you're doing that, he talking to him. Look, check this out. You feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before.
Right. I can tell your father don't like me right now. You know, so if I was him, I would like me neither. Now I got a quick question. So you remember when Laban, right? Y'all remember when Laban was supposed to give Rachel to Jacob? What happened?
He didn't.
What did he do?
He gave the older daughter.
He gave him the other daughter instead, and then had Jacob work 7 more years for Rachel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Do you think if Laban would have been dealing righteously with Jacob, right? That the Lord would have had more favor upon Laban?
Yeah.
The Lord was with Jacob already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you would have dealt graciously and righteously with Jacob, I'm pretty sure the Lord would have multiplied your flock too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you want to deal. What's the word I'm looking for? You want to deal treacherously with your nephew, with your family, with your flesh and your blood, your bone. You know what I mean? So the Lord is taking everything that you have and giving it to Jacob now. Whose fault is it? It's Laban's fault for not being a stand-up guy.
A little bit of animosity going on. Huh?
Yeah, for not being a stand-up guy. If he would have just been a stand-up guy, the Lord would have blessed him like he blessed Jacob. That's it. What's wrong with being a righteous and a stand-up guy? What's wrong with dealing with your people in the righteous way? You know what I mean? You don't always have to try to hustle and deal behind people's. You know what I mean? If he would just came out and been straight up with Jacob, hey man, I need you to take both of my daughters. You feel me? Okay, you can take Rachel. You can have Rachel, bro. Why need you take Leah with them? Something. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? Something like, or bring one of your cousins or something, and you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's get Leah married off too, bro. Like, you dig what I'm saying? But no, he wanted to deal treacherously with Jacob and sneak in Leah, you know what I mean, and not Rachel, and you know what I mean. He wanted to deal with treachery, and then he made him work 7 more years. Dang. What's up, y'all?
It's crazy how like our people have always had that spirit of envy in them. Well, I mean, I say our people, but just like, you know, people in general, right? Because obviously LeBron's not Israelite, but he's, you know, in some way tied to it. What I'm saying though is this: back then they didn't have cars, TVs, they had land and cattle, right?
Yeah.
So him just seeing the sheer number of cattle that Jacob ended up with versus his little, what he now sees as just a tiny little flock, he's just like, damn, my flock looking weak right now.
Yeah, like all of them supposed to be mine, or you know what I mean? At least like he took 3/4 of my flock. He's supposed to take 1/4, but damn, like you know what I mean? Now he's starting to see the mishap of what happened, like you know what I mean. But Jacob didn't have no control over the animals that was conceived, that came out speckled and spotted, and you know what I mean?
Right.
Jacob didn't have he had no control over that. You feel me? The Lord did all that. The Lord, he was like, I just prayed to the Lord. And the Lord did it. You do what I'm saying?
It just went that way, you know.
You do what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like Esau selling the red pottage, and then when everything comes to play and he got the blessing, he's like, but you sold me the blessing. Now he's talking about, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my brother. And then Jacob's mom, was it Rebecca? Rebecca had to tell Jacob to go to Laban's house, because your brother's going to try to kill you because he feel like you stole his birthright, but he sold you his birthright. The Lord wanted him. You know what I mean? Like,
that's heavy saying that, because that's exactly what it is. Is like you actually were able to compare Laban to Esau just in that sense, just in the scenario, right?
Yeah.
That they may or may not be a man of their word, and that holding their word was grievous to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When it don't have to be grievous to him, if you do the right thing, then the Lord will bless you.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord will be in favor of you if you do the right thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why we're having moral. Remember Caviar? Morals of the thing of doing right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Morals is a big part of our culture. You know what I mean? If we just do the right thing according to the Most High, then it would be the Most High will bless us.
Right.
When you do the wrong thing according to the Most High, what happens?
You get punished.
You get punished. You get cursed. The Lord pop you on that bottom. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it feels. I know it hurts. Y'all know how it feels. The Lord did pop you on the bottom before. Mm-hmm. Pulled out that rod and chastised you. Was like, yeah. And you just thinking in your life, like, what did I do? You feel me? You dig what I'm saying? All right. Let's keep reading.
But the God of my father had been with me.
Right. The God of my father had been with me. You know what? That's very important when he said the God of my father. You know what I mean? Who here has the same God as their father?
We should, right?
No. We don't have the same God as our father and our mother. Well, Caviar, you have the same God as your father and your mother. Well, as your mother, but not your father. You do what I'm saying?
Huh.
Our fathers didn't know the truth. Our fathers didn't know the truth. Who here has kids? My daughter does not have the same God as me.
Oh, okay.
You dig what I'm saying? But she was born before the truth. Before I was in the truth. Now I'm in the truth. All my kids are gonna have the same God as I do. You dig what I'm saying?
Damn right.
We're taking back our culture and giving it to our kids. That's what we're here for. That's who we fight for. I'm gonna do a class about who Israel fights for. So as soon as I finish getting all my precepts together and talking to different men above me. You feel me? But yeah, class about who we fight for, man. You dig what I'm saying? Right. And that's what Jacob was thinking about. Jacob was thinking about his sons. Laban wasn't thinking about his sons. But Jacob was thinking about his sons. Jacob was thinking about what was going to be the future. And you know who else was thinking about the futures? Right? Let's keep reading. Verse 6.
Verse 6. And you know that with all my power I have served your father. Verse 7. And your father has deceived me and changed my way.
Wait, did what?
Your father has deceived me.
There, look, like I did everything in my power for your father. I served your father with all my power, like I would do my father. And your father deceived me. You know what I mean? He deceived me. How did he deceive me?
And changed my wages 10 times.
Changed his wages 10 times. Changed his wages 10 times. At first, he was working for him and for a daughter, and he gave him the wrong daughter. Then he had to work another 7 years for the daughter he did want. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead.
But God suffered him not to hurt me.
Right. God suffered him not to hurt me, not to put no hurt on me. You know what I mean? Something I couldn't handle. You dig what I'm saying? Oh man. Damn. Come on, Caviar, get up here. Yeah. Oh, what time is it? It's in the 7 verses. What time is it?
11:55.
Keep going on. We'll have you come up next time, next one, all right? Let my boy Caviar get some more practice. Let my boy Taziar get some more practice.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 31, verse 8.
Hey, bro, all y'all got the same name. Taziar, Caviar, look, our Kabar. You know what I mean? We all got the, like, you know what I mean? Our. You dig what I'm saying? It happens.
I was that would be calling me Capriar all the time.
Let's just be happy that we're not calling nobody in the world names.
Read.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ama. You serious? All right. Ama. Ka.
Ya Amar.
Ya Amar.
Quadium.
Naquadium. Ya.
It's just Ya.
Ya. Sha. Ka. Ra. Ka.
Shakarak.
Shakarak. Lada. I get it right?
Waya Ladwa.
Wayaladwa. Ka'a. Hatazan. Nakadayim. Naquadium. Wa'am. Ka. Yamar. Quadayim. Ya. Shuck. This is the money, right?
Yeah.
Shakarak. Shakarak. No. Yashak. Yeah. Sha.
I thought you read that. Where you at? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, see, I was reading it. It's definitely Shakaraka. But technically, sometimes according to the Hebrew rules, sometimes you can actually add that to the end, so it could be Shakarak.
Shakaraka. Wa Yaladai. Wayaladwa. Ka'al. Hatazan. Aquadium.
Yeah. Go ahead and go verse 9.
Verse 9. What's a za? Alahayim. Ada. Ma Kona
Mhm.
Abaka
Abaya, come.
Abayakam. Why? Why no. Wa Yatan.
Mhm.
Lie. Lie.
Waya, haya.
Wayahaya. Ba'aitha. Bayata. Ayaham.
Ya, come.
Yaham. Hatazan. Wa Asha.
Mhm.
Ayana.
Ayanya.
Ayanya. Wa'ara. Ba'alawam.
Can the sister use your Bluetooth to go get the band-aids? The doctor is speaking.
You want to give her the key?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give her the money.
Bahalawam. The dream, in a dream.
Mhm.
Bahalawam.
Bahalawam.
Bahalawam. Wahana.
Mhm.
Wahana. Ha'ay. No. Hayatadam.
Ha'ithadium.
Hayatadium.
Mhm.
Ha'ayalam. Hayalam.
Ha'alyam.
Ha'alium.
Mhm.
Al.
Al. Yeah.
Hatazan.
Mhm.
Aquadam. Na.
Aquadium.
Naquadium. Abaradam. Abaradam.
Wabaradium.
Wabaranium.
Wabaradium.
Wayamar. Alawa. Alay.
Alaya.
Alaya. Ma. Laak.
Mhm.
Malaak. Ka. Lahaim. Ka Lahaim. Bahalawam. Ayaquab.
Mhm.
Wa Amar. Hanaya. Hananya. Oh no, Hanana. Right?
I do it.
Hanana. Hanana?
I have to switch spots. Hold on, let me see. Hanania, yeah. That's it.
Hanania. Verse 12. Wajamar. Sha'a. Na'a. Anakah.
No.
I.
Ayanya.
Ayanyak.
Uh-huh.
Ara.
Mhm.
Ka'a. Ha'ayat. Ha'ayat Saddam. Ha'ayat Saddam. Hayalam. Al. Hatazan.
Mhm.
Akadayim.
Aquadium.
Aquadium. Aquadium. Naquadium.
Uh-huh.
Abaradam.
This is Abaradium
Abaradium.
or Wabaradium. Okay.
Wabaradium.
Mhm.
Ka. Ra'ataya.
Ra'ayathya.
Ra'ayathya.
Mhm.
Ata. Ka. Ashar,
Mhm.
Laban. Laban, Aisha,
Mhm.
La'ak, Lak, Lak.
Keep going. You're on verse 13 now.
Verse 13. Anakwai,
Anakia.
Anakia,
Ha'ala.
Ha'ala, Ba'a,
Bayath.
Mayath, Allah, Allah, right?
No, it's just Al.
Al, Ashar,
Mhm.
Masha,
Mashachath.
Mashahath, Sham, Mata,
Matazabah.
Matazba, Ashar,
Mhm.
Na, Nadarak,
Nadarath.
Nadarath, La'ai, Sham, Nadara, Nadara, Ayata,
Mhm.
Kwam,
Mhm.
Kwam. Oh, that's what that means, Kwam Yisrael?
Yeah, but they put a W in it because Quam usually is just QAM. A Qua and a Ma put together. But Quawam is the same thing.
All right. All
You'll
right.
see it with that too.
Um,
Slug, did she go to the store? Okay.
Taza'a,
Uh-huh.
Man,
Yeah.
Ha'araz, Ha'araz,
Rataza.
Ha'aratza,
Mhm. Haza'at.
Hasa'ath, Washab,
Washawab.
Washawab,
Mhm.
Al, Aras,
Rataza.
Haratza,
Mhm.
Mawa,
Mawalad Tha.
Malad, Malad, Mawal, what was it?
Mawalad
Mawalad,
Datha.
the thought.
All right, verse 14.
What?
We need to put some money together and get our own shit.
Watayan. Watayan?
What the iron.
Watayan. Rahal. Walaha. Walaha. Wata Amar Ana.
Mm-hmm.
Wata Marana. Lawa. Ha'aidwa. Ha'aidwa.
Which one?
And is there still?
It's
Ha'aidwa.
high wide.
Hayawad.
Mm-hmm.
Lanwa. Halak.
Mm-hmm.
Wa.
Wanakhala.
Wanahala. Babat.
Babayath.
Babayat. Abnawa.
Abayanwa.
Abayanwa.
All right, that's the end of verse 14. So you're gonna go
That's
to
where we stop?
you're gonna go to English. Start at verse 8.
What's up, KBR? I can't hear you.
I was gonna ask what's that scripture where it was saying like we couldn't even comprehend the things that the Most High was gonna give us.
Damn. You
Oh,
stumped.
that's what we're talking about, right?
I heard it.
It's in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
It's in Jeremiah, right? I know it's in Jeremiah. I just can't remember where in Jeremiah.
Like, we can't even, like, the things that we think of, we can't even comprehend it. You know?
I think I know what it is. I'm just trying to think of the right paraphrase for it. I want to get it wrong.
I got you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 31, verse 8. If he said thus, the speckle shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckle. And if he said thus, the ring straight shall be thy hire, then bear all the cattle ring straight.
Right. You know what I'm talking about? What is he saying, Taziar? Remember, he's talking to those wives, and he said I work for your father, and your father deceived me about, you know what I mean? He deceived me, changed my wage 10 times. You know what I mean? So the Lord didn't want him to hurt me, right?
Right.
So what is he saying, telling his wife right here?
That his father made the deal. That was the deal that those cattle, those speckled cattle are going to be his wage.
Yeah. But what is he saying that the Lord did? He said he's saying if whatever Laban agreed to, the Lord was gonna make sure I get my just portion.
True.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the deal, right?
That's basically what he's saying. He's like, the Lord's gonna make sure I get everything that was owed to me and more. You know what I mean? That's why he said if the speckle shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckle. You know what I mean? You feel me? And you know what I'm talking, like, and if this but the ring straight shall be my hire, be the hire, then bear all the cattle ring straight. You feel me? Whatever Laban agreed to, what was gonna be my wages, the Lord was gonna make sure all of that was gonna be mine. You dig what I'm saying? Saying the Lord had Jacob's back. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Yep.
That why if you go up to verse 3, he said, and I will be with thee. You think what I'm saying? The Lord is telling Jacob from the jump, I'm gonna be with you, bro. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Just make sure you keep your morality. Just make sure you keep your word. You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead. What?
Verse 9. Thus God had taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me.
You feel me? Like, if that took everything from Laban, he gave that. He gave it to me. You know what I'm talking about? That's me right there. The Lord did that. I ain't even. You know what I mean? It's not like I hustled him or anything. I just did what the Lord. You know what I mean? I just prayed to the Lord about it, and the Lord handled my enemies for me.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 10. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived that I lifted up mine eyes and saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the cattle were ring straight, speckled, and bristled.
Right? He's like, look, all I did was it came to pass when I looked up. I had a dream. I looked up, and all the cattle was, you know what I mean? All the rams was speckled, and all the cattle was ring straight. Look, that's all I did. Okay, I made the deal. I was gonna take the worst sheep, the worst cattle, the worst. You know what I mean? And the Lord did the rest. I don't know. You know what I mean? Your father should have deceived me. Your father shouldn't have been playing both sides of the field. Now he mad. Yeah. Be mad at the Lord, man. The Lord did it. You know what I mean? No, I don't think you should be mad at him. He'll take you out.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey. But what's given to me is just and right. You dig what I'm saying? Because Jacob did serve Laban for 14 years, no problem.
Right.
He ain't cry. You know what I mean? He ain't nothing. He did everything that he was supposed to do. LeBron was being a, how can I say this where we don't get shut down?
You being a sorry loser.
Or what?
Sorry loser.
No, I'm not gonna say a sore loser. He was being a deceiving man. He was being a deceiving man to Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord came and the Lord was like, I see that. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You think what I'm saying?
You say he was being a scum.
Yeah, the scum. He was being scum. He was being scum. Because only a scum person would do that to their nephew, to their brother. You know what I mean? Only a scum person to do that to their family.
Yeah.
Somebody that they embrace as family and embrace them as family. Jacob should be like, man, boy, I can't wait. I told my God already, but I can't wait to go tell my mama how you know what I'm talking about? My mama, your sister, how you was doing me. You do what I'm saying? The Lord already knew, but I'm gonna tell my mama, boy. You do what I'm saying? You gotta realize that's Jacob's uncle doing him like that. That's his uncle. Jacob is Laban's nephew. And for you to just do your nephew like that, that's some terrible thing. That's terrible. That's terrible. You hustled your own nephew. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why we gotta be better than Laban. We gotta be more like Jacob. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And be a man of our word, a stand-up Israelite. I want to say the other word, you know what I mean? But I can't. But that's what we have to be. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Go ahead. Or the Lord to deal with us accordingly. You know what I mean? You don't want the Lord to deal with you for hating your brother. What's that? What's that scripture?
In danger of the judgment.
Yep. Pull that for me. How y'all want?
Oh God.
Danger of the judgment. Raka. That's a great brotherhood scripture right there. Because you don't want to be in danger. You don't want to be in danger of that hellfire. You feel me? You do what I'm saying? What are we all about here in the Isupk?
Brotherhood.
I can't hear you, Capiar.
Brotherhood.
I can't hear you.
Brotherhood.
Right, we're all about brotherhood here in the Isupk. Brotherhood and sisterhood. So if you can't be brothers to your own brother, you know what I mean? You think the Lord wants you in the kingdom? Think about everything that goes along with not being brotherly to your brother. Sleeping with his wife. Stealing money from him. Molesting his kids. Things like that. You know what I mean? So if you can't even deal with your brother accordingly in business, you know what I mean? Where both of y'all can get paid quick, you know what I mean? Or both of y'all have an agreement and you can't keep your side of the agreement, right? That's something simple. That's something simple. You feel me? LeBron can't even be trusted. Oh, I don't want to say Jacob's wives because of his daughters. You know what I mean? With a brother's wife. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
What's up, Gabriel?
What you say? Like he kind of used them.
Yeah.
For like slavery, like made them work.
Basically, it wasn't even using them as a slavery because they had an agreement for him to work for him for 7 years for Rachel.
Right.
But then it's the way he went about putting Leah in there and being deceitful. And then he made him work for another. That was when it happened. He said, why you make me? He said, why you do this? Why you do that? You know what he told his uncle, why you do that to me? You know what I mean? And then he made him work another 7 years for Rachel, for the wife that he did want. Like, damn, you already hustled me. For one, you just couldn't give me the second one. Like, you had me work another 7 years. What's up, Bob?
I think people got to be reminded too of what the extent of that work was. It was hard labor.
Yeah.
It was things that had to be done in the field, you know. I can imagine that boy Jacob, he probably getting swole out there, digging holes and, you know what I'm saying, tending the cattle, and having to keep track of all kinds of things. crops and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
So that's hard work out there in the sun like that. So it's only fitting that the Most High. Oh, Michelle, can I go to? It's only fitting that the Most High would set Jacob up to benefit from all the fruits of his labor in that same land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm at his sons talking about Jacob took all of everything that was our fathers. Like, well, why don't you just see how your father was the scum of the earth for doing his nephew like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and my uncle would have had it out. You dig what I'm saying? But Jacob better than me.
Man,
Jacob just prayed to the Most High. Jacob better than me, and the Most High took care of him. He's better than me. I'm like,
it's like you said.
yeah.
That Esau, he is such a devil that he tries to depict the Bible like it's some happy-go-lucky Hallmark movie type thing,
Right.
where there's no drama. But when you understand, like when you picturing these people, you have to picture them being black. First of all, Christianity is so embedded in our people's mind that we can't. Sometimes even just trying to depict what you're reading, you'll try to make it that Hallmark movie that Christianity is programmed into our minds. So it's like we have to actually think about this in the sense of how our people are, how our people have been, because dark skinned folk, we've been doing shit like that.
Hey.
Uncles that what I mean, like had a nephew to come over to help build a fence, and making him do all the work. You know what I mean? Like we always try to take advantage of each other to try to see what we could get out of it. If I could do less work, if I could do less labor, if I could, what I mean? So it just kind of goes to show those are the things we have to correct as we continue to, do this work.
You're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're absolutely right. That's why being a brother is very, very important. You feel me? Ain't that right, Taziar? Ain't that right, Taziar? Being a brother to your brother is very, very important. Because you don't want your brother doing all the work while you sit back and relax.
Right.
You know what I mean? When we can all share this work. You know what I mean? And then we all won't be just dead tired and then have feeling some way after that.
Right.
Yeah. You put a little bit, I do a little bit, we do a little bit, and together that's a lot. You know what I mean? You think what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's brotherhood right there. That's brotherhood right there. Give me what you got, y'all, man.
How comes Matthew chapter 5, it was verse 22.
You was good, sis? You got enough?
Yeah.
Let's sweat.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Right. Not just being angry with your brother, but using your brother, disrespecting your brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? Making your brother feel, is it envious? Is that it? Is it envious? No, that's not it, right? Making your brother feel less worth than he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Belittling your brother. Things like that is a lack of brotherhood, and that's what we've always done here in America, because we follow after who, Capiar? Who?
Our president.
Now, who do we follow after?
We follow.
Taziar?
the devil.
The devil. We always follow after our oppressor. Always. And our oppressor treats his brothers like that. So what do we end up doing?
I do like them.
Yeah, Taziar, what do we end up doing?
Treating our brothers.
Treating our brothers bad. Treating our brothers like they spit. Jacob is a man of the Lord, and Laban is treating him like he ain't ish. You dig what I'm saying? But Jacob is the man of, remember, the one true living God is with Jacob right now. Only one on the planet. You know what I mean? And Laban is doing that. Laban is doing something like that to the man of the Lord, the man of God.
Yeah, nice.
Go ahead.
Okay. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah,
Which meaning like, thou fool,
right.
Calling him a fool. Laban is treating Jacob like a fool. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A man, the only man that the Lord is with right now, teaching him like he's a fool. Go ahead.
Shall be in danger of the council.
Should be in danger of the council. What council is that? Yeah,
The judgment.
yeah. But what count?
Like, the council with the men above you. That council.
Yeah, but no.
Like the chastisement,
The council.
consequence.
Yeah, the council of Christ. You want to be in council? You ever want to be in council with General Hyman? No, right? So you don't never want your brother to take you to council. You got to go. You worst thing you ever want to hear is when you answer your phone. I walk Punya. That's the worst thing you want to hear. What the? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey, Capiar, I have General Hyman on the phone. I walk Punya. You know what I mean? And you in council. That's you don't want that. You don't want that. Do you? No, you don't want that. Yeah, you do what I'm saying? So think about counsel with Christ. Think about counsel. Don't think about Christ as in not what's the when he walking around as Caesar Borgia. Oh, you know what I mean? Being all no, Christ walk around like he had a little step in his walk. What?
Right.
You know what I mean? He's sitting there drawing it from. Y'all bothering me, bro? Well, he who's without sin cast the first stone.
That's what I thought.
All right. Where's your accusers at? All right, well, go ahead and you know what I mean? Remember he told the lady in John the 4th chapter, you don't know what you worship. You know what I mean? We know what we worship because salvation is of the Jews. Remember in Matthew 11 when he went into the temple, he turned over all the chairs and the tables in the boy. You want that Christ at you? No, you don't. What's up?
He also called the evil one a dog.
You dig what I'm saying? You don't think of that. Don't think of that nice Christ. Think of the Christ that didn't come for peace. The one that said, "Bring him hither and slay him before me." You want that Christ? You want that Christ to be upset with you?
It's like, sir.
You like what? What's up?
There are some that would say that that's being a nigga.
I'm trying to tell you. I don't want, look,
But that's really just being austere, is it not?
hey,
Like, we're not supposed to be soft anyways. There's a scripture about that. It's called lasciviousness, right?
hey,
That soft spirit that's in people out there because they want to play both sides of the fence. They want to be able to adapt and blend in with society like the way Adam wanted to blend in with the trees of the garden.
yeah.
But obviously, Christ was not that kind of person.
You dig what I'm saying? I blended with nobody. You know who I blended with?
Your brothers.
That's exactly who I blended with. When I'm out there, I don't act like nobody. I don't, you know what I mean? Because I can't do it. You know what I mean? And I know y'all feel the same way when y'all be places. I seen how y'all one. He came to pick me up one day, right? It's just a regular old day. You know what I mean? He's working. He's working. He came to pick me up from work, and he got his war scarf. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like you remember, he's at work with a war scarf on. You do what I'm saying? You do what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I see brothers tucking their fringes. or remember we was at when homeboys came up to the camp.
Yeah.
He said, well, I just left the funeral. All right, no sweat. But he had his fringes under his shirt.
He's unclean.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. I don't know. He wasn't with us at camp. He was with the other brothers at camp.
It just shows the lack of understanding. But yeah.
But remember, he had his fringes underneath his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. If you're gonna go to a funeral and you're gonna at least wear your fringes out so you can, you know what I mean, show everybody that you different, that you ain't them. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I got something in my eyes. Like, go ahead. Y'all want to keep going?
Okay, it says, But whosoever shall say, "Thou fool," shall be in danger of hellfire.
Of hellfire. You want hellfire rain upon you? What's that hellfire talking about? Is that talking about like hellfire, like what you call it?
Terminator.
No, I'm talking about like no, because it is talking about that type of hellfire. It's talking like hellfire, like the devil with, you know what I mean, with the horns and the pitchfork and pulling you down to hell. Is that what that's talking about? What is it talking about, Caviar?
I'm talking about the judgment that the Lord got for America.
That's what it's talking about. There you go. It's talking about that judgment, that hellfire. You don't want no piece of that. You don't want no parts of that. It is talking about that Terminator hellfire on Judgment Day 2, on Terminator 2 Judgment Day, when she was on the fence and her skin melted off her body.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. You don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't want that for my brothers. You do what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep reading.
Back where we was at.
Yeah, because we done with what's name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we done with that. You don't want to be in judgment of hellfire. Laban definitely in judgment of hellfire. do it Jacob like that. I gotta be crazy. You know what I mean? Your nephew. It's crazy. I couldn't imagine doing my nephew like that. Even when I was in the world, I don't think I was like that. You know what I mean? To do my nephew like that. You feel me? You want your nephew to be something great. You know what I mean? You want your nephew to be something great. And nephew need to quit selling drugs and do something else with your life. Because when they do something else with their life, when they selling drugs and gang banging, and that only leads to prison or death. You know what I mean? You want them to do something different with their life. You know what I mean? Be successful. Be a lawyer, doctor. I don't know. And then come to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and get all the child support cases tossed out or something. You know what I mean? Come to the Isupk and cure cancer.
Right.
You do what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? And be like, yeah, I only did it because of the Lord. You do what I'm saying? I only did it because the Lord was there with me, and the men that counsel me on doing work. You dig what I'm saying? That way everybody can be, this truth can be raised up. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we should look at all of these kids out here. You ever been at camp and you see the parents walking by with their kids, and their kids are stopping looking at us like, but their parents are like, come on.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
Because the kids be like, they be amazed, like, that nigga look like a Power Ranger. You know what I'm talking about? Like, right. I always look to be a Power Ranger. You know what I'm talking about? You like, they looking at them like, the kids looking at us like, yeah. And be up there speaking brave, like, you know what I'm talking about? That. But they with their daddy, and they ain't never seen a man talk like that. Because they be in their house being belittled by their woman.
That's true.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when they see a real man, they like, the boys be like, yeah, like yeah, you know what I mean? Eddie wearing a beautiful garment, you know what I'm talking about, with fringes all over it, and you know what I mean, headpieces, armbands, looking like straight out of comic book.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? And the kids are like, yeah, I want to look like that. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta pull pictures from like Passover with just the kids. So we can start showing other kids how the kids dress here.
Yeah.
In the Isupk. You dig what I'm saying? So that way they can be like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Facts. No, you're right.
Because kids do what other kids do. You dig what I'm saying? You get enough kids around each other, and you got a couple kids that obey their parents. Say, come, sir, and be good children.
Yeah.
The other kids start acting like that.
Yeah.
The other kids start acting like that. You understand?
Damn right.
And that's what Jacob is thinking about. He's thinking about his kids. That's why he went to Laban and made the deal. You dig what I'm saying?
Go
ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 31, verse 11. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here I am.
Right. Here I am. You
Here
know
am
what I'm
I.
talking about? Oh, well, here am I. Come closer. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And he said, Lift up now thine eyes and see all the range which leap upon the cattle are ring straight, speckled, and grizzled. For I have seen all that Laban doth unto thee.
You know what I mean? He said, I've seen everything that Laban has done unto you. Don't worry about it. I seen it. And look, he gonna get his. You think what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything that everybody does to you and they talk bad about you and you ain't this and you ain't that. Caviar, I know what you deal with. The Lord knows what you deal with. Christ knows what you deal with. Taziar, you too.
Yeah.
With your family and everything. Don't worry, the Lord is seeing this. And they better get right. Because if they don't get right, they're gonna get left off them chariots.
That's right.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But read that last part again. What do you say? I like
Last
that
part.
one. Yeah.
For I have seen all that Laban doth unto thee.
Right. He's seen everything that Laban has done unto you. Everything. He's seen everything that your family, your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your sisters, your brothers, the people at work, your homeboys, homegirls, all your homeboys that you've been friends with all your life. You know what I mean? Your kids. Now, you feel me? Now you in the truth and they hate you.
Yep.
When you was out there smoking weed, they was all down with you to smoke weed with you. When you was out there gang banging, even when you was out there gang banging, right? And the rival gang came up, they was there like, oh, you better get off my boy. Da, 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 da. But now you in the truth and you ain't got them gang problems no more. You got problems with demons. They just can't help you. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do nothing for you. Oh man, you need to leave that mess alone. What mess? You know what I mean? You need to leave your mess alone.
That's right.
You need to leave them drugs alone.
Yep.
You need to leave them other nations alone. You need to leave them oppressive women alone. You dig what I'm saying? You need to leave them cigarettes alone. Everything that's gonna kill you in life, you need to leave that alone and come get life. You dig what I'm saying? Keep going. Yes.
Is this a good example of vengeance? Vengeance is of the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole Bible is. The whole Bible, the Lord was getting vengeance the whole Bible. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. The Lord was getting vengeance.
So he definitely got Jacob's back on this one.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is the Lord's going to get the ultimate vengeance.
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. I am the God of Bethel,
Mm-hmm.
where thou anointest the pillar.
Look. Now he finna start. Now he finna start giving his registry. This is what I do. This is who I am. Yeah. You feel me? Now you know. You feel me? Look, the Lord is a real.
Real one.
You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? Because only a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man is gonna be like, "What? I did this, I did that, and I was this, and yeah." You feel me? I raised up that, and I was, you know what I'm talking about? I was in them streets. You dig what I'm saying? That's exactly. I am the God of Bethel, where thou anointest the pillar. You feel me? And go ahead.
And where thou bowest a vow unto me, now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred.
You feel me? Go ahead.
Verse 14. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house?
Right. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause what they gonna do with their inheritance?
What?
this is Rebecca. This is Rachel and Leah talking to Jacob. Right? What is they gonna do with their inheritance that they get from their father?
They're asking, is there yet any portion for us in our father's house?
That's not the question I asked. What are they gonna do with their inheritance?
I'm not gonna give it to Jacob.
No.
No.
What do parents do with their inheritance?
They're gonna give it to their sons.
Yeah.
Or their
They're gonna
children.
give it to their children. Jacob's gonna give his inheritance to his children. They're gonna give their inheritance to their children. Everybody's looking out for their kids.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we do the same exact thing. Try to give our kids a better life, and what they do.
So what they do?
Yeah.
They blow it away.
Yeah, that's one thing. What they do, Taziar.
They probably don't even use it.
They fumble the bag.
He said that.
Yeah.
Y'all want the real answer? They disrespect the shit out. They disrespect their parents. They disrespect their parents. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. They disrespect their parents. Just think about the world nowadays. You tell your daughter not to twerk on quit twerking and doing that. And what they do? They go on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And they make booty shaking videos, hip twerking videos, and all this weird stuff. They go outside with no clothes on, walk around with no clothes on, and they sneak to do it. You dig what I'm saying? You understand this? What's up?
Well, so the women get an inheritance too.
I mean, so how it would usually happen? Like, you'll get a woman, right? Or and ask her father to marry you, and then they'll have a big wedding and everything, and her father would give things to her for her marriage. You do what I'm saying? Ain't that what happens? Father be like, hey, you know what? I got a house out there on the villa. You know what I mean? Y'all can have that. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you take care of my daughter. If you need anything, holla at me. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? Because you care about your daughter. So you're going to want your daughter to have the best. You feel me? Though? So not any man can come just marry your daughter. You dig what I'm saying? Because you want your daughter to have the best. Like, oh, no, bro. Come back to me in 2 years and prove and have a little something. Or, you know what I mean? You go off and fight in a war and come back and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? I just got finished fighting in this war with King David. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And now I came back for a wife. All right, you know that's honorable. You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying? I give permission for y'all to court. You dig what I'm saying? That's why when they came to get a wife, what they have to have?
Like evidence that she was.
Nope. Well, yeah, but when the man came to get a wife, what did he have to have?
Oh, a sort of payment.
Yeah, what do we call it? What is it? Caviar? A dowry. A dowry. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A man had to have a dowry. You can't just have just nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, I want to marry your daughter. All right. Well, 30 shekels. You know what I'm talking about? 30 shekels of silver. Oh, how many do you have? 0. You got some corn? You know, no. A cow? No. What do you have? You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? I got a sword, a shield. I just came back from war. You got a house? Yeah. Okay, we can work with that. You know what I mean? Like, we got to learn. We got to figure out how to get you some some ownership of something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna give you 3 cows. Come back in 2 years. If you got those same 2 cows plus more, I give you permission. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We hustlers, we do deals. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe he ain't had no father to give him nothing. And maybe now that woman's father can be his father and teach him a little something. You dig what I'm saying? What's up, Capiar?
And yeah, said something. I was gonna say something. No, so like if they didn't have anything back in the day, couldn't they like work for them, like Jacob did?
Yeah.
Like working out, like you know what? Let me just stay with you.
Yeah. Things like that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We always had, you know what I mean? It ain't always was 30 shekels. Well, no, always give me your money. No, it wasn't always that. It was, you know what I mean? All right, well, come work for me for, you know what I mean? 5 years. I'll let you get my daughter. You know what I'm talking about? You do what I'm saying, Captain Taziar? Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know if I have this correct, but the reason why there's that down payment was because you're taking the father's help
Yeah,
from his house, right?
the property from his house.
All right.
Yeah, so you got to pay me, boy.
All right.
But you don't have to pay me in
Forgot
money.
where I heard that.
You know what I mean? Hey, look, cut my grass. Cut my grass once a month for the next year. And you good. You know, you feel me? You good. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna see if you can keep your word.
I think that would be a lot simpler if we went back to that old time instead of, or rather today's time. You know how today's time is?
No,
You said no?
I'm in the truth. I paid the dowry.
No, I'm saying like if we went.
Oh,
back
you
to-
did?
Yeah.
Like
What?
it'd be a lot simpler to go back to that old time than to go to what we do now.
What do we do now? I paid the dowry.
No, I'm not talking about that. It'd be a lot simpler to get a woman in today's time now, because then she just end up leaving you anyway.
Caviar, you're in the truth. How do you get a woman?
Like, pay the dowry.
No. Yeah, but no. How do you get a woman?
Like, funding.
Yeah, but how?
I'm talking to you.
No. That's not.
Well, actually, asking permission first.
There you go.
Then the phone.
There you go. There you go. I was gonna say, what are you talking about? Like
gotta get a-
talking to her, huh? That's not that. That's not what we read every class.
Talking.
Going to her, going to the head. You know what I mean? So you can talk. You can see what I paid a dowry.
Because then he's able to tell you if she's like right or wrong. Like,
Yeah.
Like, good. Because then if you go up to her alone, you don't know if she's like messed up in head or something. You be like,
And the father being a good brother, he's gonna be like, look, bro, I'm not even gonna charge you a dowry. You know what? Give me $20, bro, and buy me a bottle of liquor, and you can have her. You know what I'm talking about? Because she's a handful.
She's Joe.
Yeah, that's a what? Now I'm just saying. If you want her, you can have her. But I'm gonna let you know, boy, she's a handful. She don't pay tithes. She don't want to help with camp meals. She, you feel me? You feel me? She don't go to class. All right. But Jacob's wives, they were down for the count. They were down for it. They were like, "What? Ain't no inheritance left for us?" All right, whatever. I want to keep reading so I can tell y'all what happened, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and read.
I already saw it.
You know what I mean? Because they was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and talk. They was down with their husband.
That was 1248.
My daddy probably whole ass. No, that was on some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
My daddy probably whole
Yeah,
ass
that's
nigga.
what they're saying, though.
I know. Y'all ready? All right, with that, Amaja. Like, yeah, my daddy whole ass. My daddy whole ass nigga. I know. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know. All right, wonderful husband. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know.
Laya Australia.
Laya Shalom. Okay, Google didn't give bring your tape.
Tell me about that. Can you bring your tape?
I had it. I don't use it.
Anybody bring no Scotch tape?
I can get some. I got you. I'll get some.
You got the new headphones and stuff? Yeah, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on something.
All right. With that, Amadium, which means to stand. Sar, turn. Upon your hakudam, we're going to face the east and finish with the Lord's Prayer. Abanao.
Abanao.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwaka.
Malachaka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Ba'arataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Ayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Dunlanao.
Dunlanao.
Lachum.
Laham.
Kal.
Kal.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Masalachanao.
Wasalaknao.
Kawawathno.
Kawathino.
Kasalachno.
Kasalakno.
Kawawathino.
Kawawathino.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Kabiya'ano.
Tabayano.
Vanasaya 1.
Vanasaya 1.
Above.
Above.
Hawashayno.
Hawashayno.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Right.
Right.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Waha'aparath.
Wataparat.
La'ayulamyam.
La'ayulamyam.
Amen.
I'm going to do the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil.
From evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
All right. With that, Sar, we're going to go ahead and salute the Torah. Go ahead.
Is that 12? That's what?
Oh, that's true.
No.
Hold on.
You gotta step up more. That's what? Y'all about to y'all start right up.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakia.
Y'all about to y'all start right up. I'm so cute. Y'all make some garments, man. Y'all so cute. Y'all magic garments. I can make one. Yeah, you better make one, bro. I don't know what cover y'all got that roll huh? Like one of them hospital covers.
Oh no, boys.
Y'all ready? Now we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakat. You gotta give them a time. Now we're gonna start turn the face of sisters. Give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Imajim, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakat.
No.
Oh, select. I'm tripping.
One more time. Men of Israel, Amar Shabbat, Imajim, Barak.
Yahweh Shema Hashem Yahshua.
Y'all give them a time? Class dismissed.